Jon Jones has officially announced that this next fight could be his last fight, the fight that he's trying to get against Stipe Miocic. We don't know if that's actually going to get put together because negotiations with Stipe are notoriously difficult. We're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about some of the fan reactions from Jon Jones making this announcement in just a second. Before we get into the video, I do want to say hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's talk about Jon Jones. So the post that I do want to bring you to is a UFC post that kind of went trending on Reddit. And it was literally just a quote that was posted of Jon Jones announcing that he was just probably going to hang it up after this fight. So what he had to say was, right now, my goal is to have one more big fight against Stipe Miocic, Madison Square Garden, and then kind of hang it up from there. I can see it coming to an end really soon, and I'm happy with that. I'm really proud of my career. Now, I do want to take a look at a few comments in particular because they did get a lot of upvotes. And then secondly, I had to do some really going through these comments because there was a lot of comments just saying that he was scared of Sergey Pavlovich. And I apologize, I always pronounce his name wrong. Sergey, I'll go with Sergey, and I don't mean to be disrespectful in that sense. But I don't believe, I'm not a big Jon Jones fan at all. But I do not believe for 1 second that this dude is scared of Sergey with everything that he's done in his career. He's taken on guys like Alexander Gustafsson, especially a rematch, Daniel Cormier. The list goes on and on and on. So I do want to point to you a couple comments that stand out because I want to get the reaction from the community here. With the first comment being, with Jon, it's hard to keep him at his word. I mean, it would be cool to see him take out some of the younger contenders at heavyweight. Maybe the money will entice him if he does beat Stipe. It's just here's the thing though. Jon Jones is probably going to be set for life, especially after this, especially with the pay-per-views that him versus Stipe Miocic would draw. That would be a huge fight. Plus, Jon Jones is a little bit more, while he's not scared of anybody, he is a little bit more on the safer side. I have a hard time really seeing him take on anybody like Tom Aspinall. When Tom Aspinall returns, dude's probably going to keep winning, assuming that his knee's okay. I have a hard time seeing him fight somebody with Curtis Blades. He probably just is in it right now to fight somebody with a big name. And the only big name right now is Stipe Miocic in the heavyweight division. Another user had this to say, when Jones said we have great contenders at heavyweight like Tuivasa, I knew he wasn't planning to stick around for long, lol. Sergey is one of the most dangerous fighters in the UFC right now. Even if Jones goes out there and dominates him, people will just say Sergey was never that good anyway. Seems too high of a risk and a low reward. I honestly understand Jones. And this actually makes complete sense to me. And yeah, Tuivasa, Jon Jones would have his way with him. I personally think that he would have his way with Sergey too. I don't see him being a dangerous matchup. I see him overcommitting to a shot and Jon Jones just taking him down. That's how I see that fight going. Like I said, I think he's really only in there for the Stipe Miocic fight. I think that he just wants to continue his legacy in dominating what is to be the greatest heavyweight of all time in Stipe Miocic. Another user also had this to say, I don't know why people are calling him a duck. Jon has been in the UFC for 15 years. Of course he's going to retire soon. Though I suppose there's always an up-and-comer. No matter what he does, he will be called a duck. And that's actually true. No matter what, there is always going to be somebody in the heavyweight division on the come up, the most dangerous guy of all time. And then Jon Jones doesn't want to fight him. He's ducking him. The only person that I legitimately think that Jon Jones ducked is Francis Ngannou. Because all of a sudden, that's honestly a conversation for another time, but here my thoughts are summed up. He was on the down low the entire time until Francis Ngannou was taken off from the UFC, and then we heard that he was never going to fight in the UFC again. Then, all of a sudden, he was ready to fight. So I believe he was ducking Francis Ngannou, but I don't believe Jon Jones is scared of any of those heavyweight contenders. I don't believe he's ducking Sergey one little bit. I think he just wants to fight Stipe. We'll bring you to one more comment here, and this is just Jon has nothing to prove anymore, and this actually kind of sums it all up. Jon Jones, what does he have to prove? He's arguably the greatest of all time. I don't personally believe that, but so many fans believe him to be so. And what can I argue with? I'm obviously in the minority and thinking what I'm thinking here. What does he have to prove? Who can he fight at heavyweight? Like I said, I believe he's there for legacy at this point. Who can he fight at heavyweight that will really just continue on his legacy? It's only Stipe Miocic. Sergey does nothing for him. Curtis Blades does nothing for him. Cyril Gane really did nothing for him. It was just the title that was there. That's what really did something for him. You know what I mean? Like, did I mention Curtis Blades? Curtis Blades does nothing for him. Tom Aspinall does nothing for him. Anybody on the come up right now, even Jailton Almeida, if that dude continues winning, Jon Jones fights him, Jon Jones beats him, that does absolutely nothing. Jon Jones has nothing to prove anymore, and I believe that's why he only wants to fight Stipe Miocic right now. But I do want to know what you guys think down below. I want to get your reactions as well. What do you think about Jon Jones hanging him up after the Stipe Miocic fight? Do you think that he's ducking anybody? What do you think is going through the head of Jon Jones right now? Let me know what you think down below, guys. And thank you so much for watching this video. On the screen right now, you will have two fantastic MMA videos for you to check out. Watch them. They're great videos. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.